How are we doing, guys? So, yeah, we're back in the mix. Ready for a bit of our Facebook Live Q&A stuff today. So, I'm going to go through some of the stuff I've been asked previously. You guys probably know the drill by now anyway. Let's have a little move around here because we've got... want to straighten up a bit. Cool. So yeah, you guys are probably quite familiar with the deal anyway. People have already asked stuff during the week and asked for advice. Stuff like, you know, how to be motivated and what to do when it comes to exercise, when it comes to diet, the usual stuff. More importantly, motivation and staying on track, or even beginning the journey, going from 0 to 1 seems to be the biggest bugbear for everyone right now, and where everyone's struggling. Now, I could just keep giving my advice over and over, but I'm going to start giving some of the advice that I've managed to get from a lot of the interviews I've been doing for my podcast. So, for those of you that don't know or haven't seen some of the videos that I've been putting up through the interviews we've been doing, I'm currently documenting people's progress, people's people's experience with the COVID-19 lockdown. And what I'm doing, you know, I'm speaking to select people that are quite motivated anyway, and people that are either doing something along the lines of a body transformation, or they work out in the open at the moment, or they are a key worker, or they've got lots of kids, or they're business people. So I'm not really sitting to one kind of demographic with this, but I am talking to people that are more likely to be doing stuff as opposed to people that aren't, because I want to know what they're doing. And at the moment, the general consensus for anyone that is doing, you know, what they set out to do and is achieving what they wanted to set out right at the offset, the main thing they're doing is they're setting an agenda for their day. Every morning they have a ritual where they are making a list, or the previous night they've made a list for them to do things the next day. So they're holding themselves accountable. And accountability is a word that comes back over and over and over when it comes to all the stuff that we do over at ABC Fitness. You know, when it comes to body transformations, when it comes to having a whole new lifestyle, when it comes to even starting a business, to be honest. If you are not accountable to anyone, 9 times out of 10, and you don't hold yourself accountable, you're not going to get the result that you want, especially if you're going in unplanned. So a lot of these people that I have been speaking to are entrepreneurs, they're business people, or they're very self-motivated, and every single one of them, the one key ingredient is they are keeping themselves accountable to themselves, and they are setting themselves daily targets. Now, I've interviewed over 25 people so far, okay, but this is something that I've spoken to people, I've spoken to hundreds of people, like-minded people in the past, including myself as well. We all hold ourselves accountable and have our days set out. And if you think that is a daunting task, okay, the day is loosely planned. It doesn't mean it goes like clockwork. And anyone that says that it does go like clockwork is a liar, okay, because life gets in the way. And that's the job of life. Living is making plans, life is what cancels them. Alright, so that is kind of how we are trying to set our day out. Have a structure, make yourself a structure in some degree. Guys, this is we're in week 4. I think we're in week 4, might even be week 5. Okay, I get it. In the beginning, right, it was relax, you know, do what you can. But now, you know, this is going on for a long time. You know, we're not going to go back to the world as we know it, as we knew it, anytime soon. So if you don't start acting now, we're going to be, you know, 2 more months down the line and nothing's happened. You know, nothing's changed and we've achieved nothing. And I personally can't live like that. So, yeah, be kind to yourself, but now's the time to start doing stuff. Okay, that doesn't have to be fitness. That doesn't have to be learning a language. It just means start setting out your day. Okay, so start planning. All right, and I get it. You know, this might be controversial. People might say, well, you know, everybody needs to do what they feel they can do. If this is going to be life now, guys, if this is a long-term thing, if we're doing this in a year's time to some degree, obviously a little bit more relaxed, but we are still in a form of lockdown, you can't be sitting there still saying it's okay to do nothing. At all. At all. That is not going to be acceptable. So now we're in week 4. Nothing's changed. We need to start acting. We need to start focusing on what we can do, not what we can't do. We need to get structure into our lives. If not for us, we need to do it for our children. So we need to have structure in our lives, and we need to stick to that as, you know, as strictly as we can. All right? Because if we don't, you're not going to develop, you're not going to grow, and you're not going to help whoever is within your close circle grow either. All right? And that isn't my advice. This is the advice I've got through interviewing people that are doing what they set out to do. So the people that are getting what they want from life right now. Okay, yeah, it's a crap situation, and we can moan and we can whine about how crap this situation is until the cows come home. However, that's not going to change the situation. Also, trying to find someone to blame, that's not going to change your situation. Okay, and also trying to trying to put yourself at ease, saying it is completely fine to do nothing. It's not now. If you need someone to tell you, I'm telling you, it's not now is not the time just to sit and do nothing. Now's the time to actually try and get that structure. Now, like I said earlier, there isn't pressure with this. There isn't pressure with this. And, you know, if you're finding that that is way too much pressure just to give yourself a structure, okay, you do need to probably speak to someone a little bit more qualified than I am, because this should be a simple task. Even if it does mean get up, wash, brush my teeth, put on some clothes, and then watch Netflix. If that is your structure and you don't have to be held accountable to anyone else, if your actions are your own and no one relies on you, that's fine. But you've given yourself a structure. And then you can start implementing small tasks into that. But something needs to change. Laying in bed all day, staring at the ceiling, okay, that was fine for the first 2 weeks, guys. Okay, it was alright to go there in the third week. Okay, but week 4, and it looks like we're going to be here for another 8. Okay, potentially another 8 weeks of this. Doing nothing is no longer an option. Alright, like I say, guys, that is not my advice, okay, although I strongly believe it, okay, I strongly believe it, and that's the way I'm living my life. This is the advice I have been given by a lot of other people that I've been interviewing, doing my podcasts, doing my my YouTube channel interviews, okay, and speaking to people that are achieving what they want to achieve. So ultimately, for happiness, we need to have some sort of accountability and some sort of plan. Okay, so you are the guys that make that plan. If you do want to talk to anyone about your health, lifestyle and fitness, you can always talk to me and my team, and we will help you plan for that as well. Okay, but there is a lot more to this than just that. There you go. Now's not the time to bury your head in the sand. Okay, if this is the new norm, yeah, we'd rather thrive. We'd rather all thrive rather than just survive it. Yeah, thank you very much, Russ. So that is true. You know, Russ is one of the guys that I have interviewed. And like I say, he's a go-getter, he's someone that's achieving right now and someone that's doing a lot more than what other people are. But again, we don't need to be comparing ourselves to anyone. At no point during this have I said compare yourself to anyone else but yourself. It's finding your own structure. All right. The moment we start comparing ourselves to other people, that's when we start getting unhappiness. That's when it all gets too much. Okay. So don't do that. Look at yourself. Look at your own daily ritual, your own routine, and then focus on what you want to achieve. Let's reverse engineer it. In fact, John, Russell's cousin, the other day said whenever he comes in to start a new business, whenever he starts a new project, he'll look at what he wants and then reverse engineer it. In fact, when he wanted to become wanted the career, his dream career that he wasn't qualified to do, he looked up the job section, okay, which I think is amazing. He looked up the job section on I think probably something like Reed or something like that, and looked for the jobs that he wanted, and then looked for the criteria, and then found his path of how to become that person, which I think, and that's what he did, and I think that's amazing. Okay, so there's so much stuff that you can do, there's so many resources, there's such simplicity to this, guys. Okay, so let's start focusing on what you want, and then work backwards. Okay, cool. So, right, we're going to go through just a few other little things as well today, guys. I hope that little intro's been helpful. But yeah, usual stuff, guys. Where can I find information on how to count calories, which was something I was asked the other day. Unfortunately, we don't have Charlotte, who's normally watching, because she's normally typing up the websites for me that get posted on here. But the website that we always suggest everyone uses is calculator.net. If you go on there, you'll find a BMR, so that's basal metabolic rate, not BMI, BMR. Okay, so yeah, find that, and in there you can find out how many calories you need for your body to remain the same, and then how much calories you need to lose weight on there. So that's how you can find your calories. And obviously we tell everyone you should be tracking on MyFitnessPal, and disable your Fitbits, disable your step counter and all of that, because we've already put in the amount of exercise that we do when it comes to our daily activity. Okay, next point. Can I still eat carbs? Yes. Can I still eat protein? Yes. Can I still eat fat? Yes. Guys, we do something where we start going through food pairing when it comes into like serious weight loss, when it comes into high energy stuff. At the moment, guys, just track your calories and eat a nice balanced diet. You don't want a day where you've had 100, well, not, you won't do 100, but like 90% of carbohydrate, 90% of protein, or 90% of fat. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, we want to be constantly mixing up ideas when it comes to food, because we have time right now. Okay, you can find all manner of recipes on Google, on YouTube. If you want a quick recipe book, join our Slimmers Club. So if you look up ABC Slimmers Club, we'll put you in the group. I think there's 30 MyFitnessPal trackable recipes in that group straight away. Everyone that isn't a fitness professional or a diet consultant is free to go in that Slimmers Club. The only reason that we don't put other fitness professionals in there is because they can't help themselves and they will start trying to sell their own products to people. So we don't let you in. Sorry, but you know, start your own one. So yeah, I think we've got about 400 people in there, and there's loads of content in there, as well as the Q&As like this as well, and weekly weigh-ins in the club. The big thing is, what kind of exercise should I be doing? We've had a lot of people comment underneath our class timetable. So if you go on the ABC page, click the photos button or the pictures button, scroll down, you'll see our class timetable, or I believe it is the pinned post at the top of our page. Okay, so if you look on there, I think there's like 5 classes a day in some cases, including my circuits tonight and yoga tonight. People are asking what is the best exercise to do. Guys, we cannot answer that because we don't know what your goal is. It's a bit like just phoning up British Gas and saying, hi, I need my boiler fixed, and then expecting someone to be able to just fix it over the phone. Unless they know what's wrong with the boiler, unless they know what's going on, they can't really help. But for a general rule of thumb, if you're looking for weight loss and toning up, you want to be doing stuff like the circuits, the AMRAPs, the Abatacs. If you're looking to gain muscle, you want to be eating a lot more and doing our resistance-based workouts like our home resistance, as well as probably some of the LBT and circuits as well. So that's going to help you a lot. But at this moment, guys, it's about being active. We're putting these classes on because we want to help as much as we can. Okay, but these will probably not completely change your life for the better, but they may help your life for the better. So there is a difference. Something quite interesting someone asked me the other day, which was about being outside and you know, making sure that you hit your steps. Guys, I wouldn't worry too much about your step count at the moment. I know people, when we were going through activity levels, those of you that are members of the Slimming Club will know that we talk about something called NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which pretty much means moving more, parking further away from the entrance to the shops, doing gardening, stuff like that. Guys, you are going to be more active around the house if you're more motivated to be active around the house, okay? Going out walking the dog and stuff, that's going to help. You're probably going to hit 4,000 steps, maybe 6,000, maybe even 10,000 if you are really going for it, or going out on your daily walks. But if you're just walking around the block, you'll be lucky to do 2,000 steps, I would have thought, unless you're really going for it. So try and be active around the house. You know, find something that needs doing. Look for projects that is going to make you feel happy. All right. So if you're going to redecorate your house, okay, you're going to be so active for that. You're going to up your activity level. You're going to burn more calories. You're going to feel better. You're going to release endorphins. You're going to achieve something. Okay, which is so much more than just walking around the sodding block. All right, I get it. If you've got a dog, you've got to do it. And I love walking our little dog as far as possible. But if you want to have a sense of achievement, go and achieve something. Find something within your house that needs doing, your house or your flat, or even in your bedroom, you know, depending on your circumstances. But find a task and just complete it. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I suppose, guys, if you do have a question, please put it in, but I think we're fairly close to wrapping that up right about now. When it comes to things like lifestyle, please do check out our podcast and our YouTube channel, where I've been interviewing quite a few people. My job at the moment and my mission right now is to interview 100 people through the COVID-19 lockdown, which I'm nowhere near target, but hey, I'm trying my best. And the reason for that is if I can speak to 100 different people about 100 different situations and every single person give me 100 different pieces of advice, that is 100 fresh pieces of advice that people can then take and use for themselves whenever a situation like this arises. So please do check that out. That is the COVID-19 lockdown account, and you can find that on Spotify. If you just search my name, you should be able to find that. Or you can find the actual Zoom interviews on the ABC YouTube channel. Okay, so if you just look up Advanced Body Conditioning on YouTube, you'll find our channel and you'll see a load of those there. So if you are looking for advice, we've got stuff from business advice in there, health advice, nutrition. We've got people on the front line that have given us advice as well. So we've had a lot of people that have been in touch. And we have an amazing opportunity for members. So Joanne, Laura, I think Brooke as well. And I think from the people I can see that are watching, you guys are members. You could earn yourself and win over £700 worth of free stuff right now. Okay, if you want more information, members only, please do get in contact. Press that message button with the word "yup." Okay, and I will send you a message back of what you need to do to be entered into that prize draw. Everyone that does enter will get a free ABC training top. So if you enter and you do what we ask, you will get a free t-shirt upon coming back to the gym whenever the hell we open. I'm hoping June. So guys, do not pass up this opportunity. over 700 quid's worth of free stuff. So please enter, and good luck to everyone that does, and you'll get a t-shirt on me anyway. Last but not least, if this has helped you, in any shape, way or form, please give us a little shout out on your profile or press that share button so other people can get a little bit of help from this. Do not sit there and worry about your circumstances right now, because we have a way of dealing with what we can deal with. So please make yourself a little plan, see if you can stick to it, and stay safe. Thanks again for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure.